Hello and welcome to today's science experiment. Today we're going to be using our knowledge of water tension to do a science experiment inspired by Freddy the Magician, who came to visit us just before Christmas to do our Christmas party. He always does an amazing trick where he tries to chop off a teacher's head. We won't be doing any chopping off of teachers' heads today, but it will be a trick very similar. For this experiment though, I will need a volunteer, and I'm really lucky because Mr. Rossington has volunteered to help on this experiment. And here he comes now. He's looking really happy about joining in our experiment today. I'm not going to tell him quite just yet what we're going to do. So I'm going to let Mr. Rossington listen, and I'm going to tell you guys what we need to do for our experiment today. So for this experiment, you're going to need a Ziploc plastic bag, just like this one. You're going to need to fill it with some water from the tap. It needs to be full, between half and 3/4 full, and then you need to seal the Ziploc across the top so that when you tip it up, none of the water falls out. It's completely sealed and dry. You're also going to need a pencil. It's best if you use a pencil that is completely round, so with no bumps on it at all, and a pencil that has got a nice sharp end. I'm going to whisper this bit really quietly because I don't want to upset Mr. Rossington too much. He's not quite sure what he's let himself in for yet. What we're going to be doing is holding the bag of water, and then a bit like when Freddy tried to cut off the teacher's head but without hurting them, we're going to stab pencils through the bag, through the water and through the other side like that, over the top of Mr. Rossington's head, and hopefully the water tension means that the water particles will fill where the holes are on the bag and it will stop Mr. Rossington from getting wet. Now, it has gone wrong a few times in the past, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be absolutely fine and Mr. Rossington will stay dry. Don't worry, Mr. Rossington, I've done this trick loads of times. It's going to be absolutely fine, don't worry about it. I've never had it go wrong before at all. So I think you're going to be absolutely fine, don't worry. We'll just sit back, relax, and we'll make sure that you don't get wet. In fact, I've got a nice little brolly to keep you dry just in case anything goes wrong. So when your volunteer is sat nice and comfortably and has got their extra protection, maybe check with your parents whether you can do this outside just in case it goes wrong, or maybe in your bathtub or in your kitchen sink. With your sharp pencil, you're then going to go through the bag, so in one quick movement. So count me down, 3, 2, 1, go. You're all right, Mr. Rossington, you still dry? That's looking good. Right, pencil number 2. 3, 2, 1. Still dry. Let's try one more. 3, 2, 1. Still dry, Mr. Rossington? Excellent. So have a go at home. See if you can have a go at this using the water tension to make sure that the water doesn't leak from the bag. When you finish your experiment, just remember to make sure that you take your pencils out over a sink or in the garden. As you remove them, this will happen, and you don't want to make a mess in your house. Have fun exploring, scientists.